Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. In today's video, I'm going to dive a little deeper on a topic that I covered several months ago. I think that video several months ago was one of my better videos, to be honest. I will link it above. It was talking about winning sales on eBay, talking about various search engine optimization type topics where I talked about the buy box on Amazon and Troll and Toad. I talk about sponsored listings. In this one, I'm going to show more of the mechanics. That one was more of a search side, what the buyer sees, a little bit of tips here and there for both buying and selling side, which I intend to do in this video as well. But yeah, this one will show more of the actual mechanics. So let's jump right into it. This is my eBay, what do we call it? Seller Hub. You can't see it, but over in the top left there, it says Seller Hub. If you want to know how to get there, you can just go to this listings and then go to active. 2,308 active listings, nearly $1 million listed value. A lot of that's consignor stuff. A lot of that's in the eBay vault. 10,000 items, 2,300 listings. Pretty happy with those numbers. Pretty interested to see how far I've come since I've had the YouTube, since I've been on eBay. But anyways, back to the topic of the video. You can see in the middle here, you can customize these headers to be whatever you want them to be. I could probably do a little more customization to be more optimal for what I'm interested in. But for the most part, photo, title, whether it's buy it now or auction, pretty much all mine are buy it now. So I guess I could take out the format there. It's going to be pretty clear whether it shows buy it now here or not. So format's a little bit redundant. But anyways, promoted listings is the first relevant column with respect to what I'm talking about today. I will talk briefly on the two major components that they have, standard and advanced. You can see right here, this one is promoted 5% standard. Standard promotions is pay upon sale. So $80 list price, normally eBay fees are about 12%, depending on if you have a store, depending on various things, but say 12% roughly. I'm offering to pay eBay an extra 5% here if they get me the sale. I only pay upon sale. So 5% of 80, $4. I'm paying an extra $4 if eBay gets me with one of those pay to win slots in the search results. Again, check the video I linked earlier. I think that's a really good video describing and showing how the buyer side, the search side will go. But since I covered it so in depth there, I'm going to just talk about more the mechanics of the seller side. But yeah, anyways, you can see right here what's promoted, what's not. This one right here, eligible. Advanced is a pay-per-click model. I will talk about that briefly. Let me know in the comments too as I go through this video. If any of this is interesting to you, if you want to see any more of this, I do intend to kind of revisit some topics, but delve into that. You could probably make 20 videos just on search optimization for eBay. I want to make videos that people are after, that people are looking for. Obviously, not every video is going to be for everybody, but yeah, I think this one was interesting to me, and it might be something new. I was making promotions in sales for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I found a quicker way, a way more optimal, efficient way to send items to promotions. So promotions, again, there are the pay-to-win ones where you're buying consumer eyeballs from eBay. You're buying additional clicks or buying additional views, additional visibility. And then there's also markdowns. Markdown Manager is the method that I used to go to run my sales, and that was in the promotions tab. So in marketing, you go to promotions. It used to be called Markdown Manager. Actually, over here on the left, you can't really see it, but there is a markdown sale promotions. In here, this is where I would, in the past, go. Let me just go to the right a little bit. I used to go to here, create a promotion, sales event plus markdown. I feel like eBay is very clunky to navigate. I don't know if that's the right word, but it feels like it makes sense. Fairly clunky. You have to just find where all this is. I think navigating through their forum, they have some YouTube videos. You can find it all, but it's not like super intuitive, and they have just tons and tons of menus. But yeah, you go in here, you choose your discount. Once you choose your discount, you can't see the button on the screen. I have to choose between showing everything or showing it in a size that's readable. But yeah, you can choose items. So in the bottom right, I just click select items, and you can do it simple or you can do it with rules. Basically, simple is you click individually, you can filter them by name, whatever it may be, or you can do rules with categories or rules with categories or rules with like greater than $50, 10% off, sub $50, 20% off. So you can do it by price or by level or category. In the new method, the new method that I greatly appreciate further, because I find myself on this, I find myself in this menu most frequently. When I'm doing new listings, I go sell similar off a listing that's really similar. But say I want to run a sale on this Umbreon VMAX Brilliant Stars PSA 10. I just listed it. Generally, I wouldn't run a sale so quickly, but just to go through it, just to show how quick it is, how streamlined it is relative to the former one. Let me just search PSA 10 Pokemon so that I can pull up a few to grab. So instead of having to go through that menu, selecting items through the rules, you can filter right here in the screen that I'm just more familiar with generally. And I'll show you a couple of different tools you have. So I have a brand new listing for Umbreon VMAX from Brilliant Stars. I have some Mewtwo Vs from Pokemon Go. I'm sold out of the Korean Champions Festivals already, but let's see these Chinese ones. Those are pretty expensive, $250. Let's sell them faster. So you highlight the ones you want to work with. I've highlighted three selected as it shows right there. And then you go to sell it faster. If you have watchers, and this is a little bit of a tidbit, this is primarily going to be a seller side video for you sellers out there, but a tidbit for buyers, potential buyers. I have 3 watchers for the Umbreon VMAX listing right now. I have 2 watchers right now for the Mewtwo V listing. If you highlight them and you go to sell it faster, send offers, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to run a sale here, but you can actually send offers to every watcher of the listing. So pro tip for a buyer, if you are potentially going to buy an item, say you're leaning towards buying this Umbreon VMAX, but you want to get a little bit better deal, or you're just not 100% set on it today, hit the watch button. It's free to do. And then you might get, sometimes you might automatically get it. Because what I can do is I can do a 10% offer. So everyone who's watching, 4 interested buyers will get a $71.99 offer. And I can actually automatically send offers. So if I share them with interested buyers, upon watching, within minutes, you will get a new offer sent to your inbox if I've selected this method. So on the buyer side, even say you decide $80, that's a fair price, I want to buy it. You run a little bit of a risk of, in that 5-10 minute window before the offer automatically gets sent to you, someone might buy it and it might be gone. So that is a risk. But who knows? Instead of just clicking buy it now and paying for $80, I might have already done this. You might have an automatic offer waiting to be sent to you upon watching the item. So a little bit of a pro tip, if anyone is potentially buying an item, maybe just add it to your watch list for 5 or 10 minutes and see if an offer comes through. If you want to go test it out, go watch 50 random items on eBay, and there's a decent chance that somebody will have already sent out offers and automatically send offers to the new people. So yeah, it's a seller side tool, but it's also a buyer side little hack, I guess, little tip if you want to see the potential to save a little bit of money here or there. Anyways, that is a little bit different topic. What I'm talking about here, what I recently did on behalf of my consigners and on behalf of my own listings, I did 10 and 25% discounts for Black Friday, Cyber Monday through the start of December. So you used to have to go to the menu where I showed you here in marketing, in promotions, but now instead of having to go through here, you click sell it faster and it says new right there. When did this come about? I have no idea. If you knew about this, let me know in the comments. If you are learning about it now, let me know. If you know how long it's been there, also let me know. I only found it because I was just screwing around and I was contemplating sending offers versus doing a sale, and I opted for the sale. So create sales event all in one place. I haven't left the screen that I'm always on. I'm always on the screen looking at my active listings. Say I want to send 10% off. Again, these are brand new listings. Normally I wouldn't do this. I'm gonna allow the listings to go. I'm gonna allow the listings to go through the start of December. So I just selected again off screen. Sorry for that, but I selected through December 1st, as you can see right there. You can title it. I'm just gonna call it 10% off, ends December 1st, and with a click of a button, those are now on sale. It'll take a minute to populate in here. If I click in this immediately, I'll go back to this in a minute. You can see right here, though, it's $79.99. In a minute or two, it'll be $71.99, and that will be visible to everyone. If I had sent the offers, it would have only gone to those 4 interested parties, and if I'd clicked that button, it would have gone to every new watcher. but I am doing this so it's full visibility to everybody. This is not me paying. Again, when you do promotions, you're paying eBay more money to sell at the full price. When you're doing sales, you are taking less of a price, but not paying eBay anymore. There are pros and cons to each. And I think that last video, I'll mention it again. I think the last video gets a lot more to whether you should lower the price of an item or pay more for better placement. Depending on the item you have, I think certain items are more prone to, I'll just give you the quick TLDW in case you don't go watch it, but I would recommend you go watch it. If an item has one search result when you search your card, if your card is super niche and you have the only one in your low list on eBay, less likely that you're going to have to pay eBay to sell that one. If you are selling a Celebrations Charizard, the example I always use, and there are hundreds of buy it now listings, and maybe you're not the lowest, that one you're more likely going to want to pay 100 laundry detergent manufacturers being sold on the store shelves. Only one or two buys the end cap. The end cap is anyone who doesn't even go down the aisle will see it. Everyone who goes down the aisle will see it as well. So you're paying more for that premier placement, and you do get premier consumer eyeballs. You get premier attention for that premier cost, I guess. Let me refresh this. I'm sure it's showing by now. Okay, it's not showing by now, but it should be going soon. Let me continue on. So in the advertising dashboard, this is a very underutilized thing by me. I'm slowly getting to where I'm feeling more comfortable with this. But yeah, let me take you through some of the metrics that they track here. So I'm looking at my promoted listing standard over the last 31 days, 6 million impressions. That's down a few percent. Again, I don't promote every item in my store. eBay will at times give you a suggested promotional rate, but sometimes I follow it, sometimes I don't. A lot of it is by feel. I probably should do more things by actual metrics, by actual data. But as you can see right here, my average sold ad rate is 3.68%. So sometimes I'm doing 2, which is the minimum. Sometimes I'm going 10, but overall it all averages out to 3.68%. I sold 300 items worth a total of $13,200 in gross sales at a cost of $485 additional dollars in ad fees. So the metric that they track this on, return on ad spend. I was actually talking with some people in the Discord, the Pokenomics Paywall Discord, linked in the description below. I will do a video on sneak peek teaser on what goes on behind the paywall. So that'll be coming next Monday. I'm actually going to record it right after this. But anyways, return on ad spend. So sales divided by ad fees, 13,000 divided by 480, essentially. And again, it's all just simple math. Like it always comes back to math. If you take 13,000 divided by 480, it comes out to 27.17. If you take 100 and you divide it by 27.17, I'm functionally paying a 3.68% rate on getting my additional sales. So it's all just math. That's the way the math works out. It's a 3.68% boosted fee to get my sales that otherwise I wouldn't have gotten potentially without that premier placement. You never really know. Hey, I paid for the end cap to sell my laundry detergent. Would they have gone down the aisle and found mine anyways? You'll never really know for sure. But yeah, it's this fun game we play to try to get sales and trying to get those consumer eyeballs. So that is the simple pay per sale. The advanced one is pay per click. I have only recently started doing this. You'll see that my metrics have been really, really bad. So you pay per click here. You pay per click. Whereas on the other one, you pay per sale. So my average cost per click, I'm paying 17 cents to get people to click, and they're only converting to a sale. So click-through rate is I'm only paying when they click. So the 99.48% of people who aren't clicking, I'm not paying for, but I'm paying when they click, and they're buying it 2.26% of the time. So I'm paying the fee the 97.74% of time that they're clicking but not buying as well. And then you can see if I scroll over what that amounts to. I've sold 31 items for $643 in sales, and I've paid $232 in ad fees alone. Ad fees on top of the original eBay fees. So if you look at this, hopefully I'll make a follow-up video down the line that is solely towards Promoted Listings Advanced, but I've paid 36.07%. My return on ad spend is 2.77, so 100 divided by that. I'm paying on top of the 12% eBay fees for the small little promotion that I did. I I kind of just guessed at how to promote it, how to best keyword search everything. I think I made a budget. You can set it by budget. So it's not like eBay will just infinitely spend millions of dollars on your behalf. I gave it a budget of a couple $100, maybe $250. Looks like it spent most of that at $232. But yeah, 36% additional ad fee. I mean, if I promoted all those listings, simple promotions, promoted listing standard for 36%, I'm quite certain I would have had a lot more than $643 in sales. So as you can see, my first foray into eBay promoted listings advanced was a resounding failure. But yeah, I think it's something that the first several years, more than a decade on eBay, well, a lot of these didn't even exist at the time, but I have severely underutilized. At this point, I'm very comfortable with promoted listings standard. I am extremely uncomfortable with promoted listings advanced, but I have it on my list for 2024 to optimize. One thing that I intend to do, I'm going to go back full screen here because I think I'm pretty much done showing everything. One thing that I intend to do is I intend to offer, and it's hard to quantify, but I intend to increase my throughput of both my own items and consignor items by doing broad pay-per-click. Again, if I can find a formula that works that doesn't have a 36% ad cost on spend, but or ad cost of sale. I would love to be able to do some monthly budget towards general advertising and include it in that umbrella all of my consigned items to get higher throughputs and to get doing a buy it now consignment. You don't have the near infinite liquidity of an auction consignment. So just to help stimulate sales, one thing that I did just recently to help stimulate sales was what I showed you in this video. I offered the ability for consigners to do a 10 or 25% ad on their item. 10 or 25%, not ad, sale. And if the item sells on the 10 or 25% sale, I am waiving my consignment fee. So if an item sells for $100, say $1,000 because there's a $250 minimum for the eBay vault. Normally they would net $950. I would take a $50 fee. If it sells on a 10% sale, it's selling for $900. I'm taking zero fee. They're netting the full $900. That's something I'm going to periodically do throughout the year. Information is somewhere. Maybe I don't have the information handy. But anyways, check out my link below. Check out my website if you're interested in consigning with me through the eBay Vault service. A couple other points that I wanted to cover. Next week will be the paywall preview video. Always feel free to suggest me videos in the description. I do want to do some more like back to basics style videos. Like that's what I kind of feel like this is. eBay seller basics. I want to do some grading basics. I want to just do some more evergreen type videos that people can find days, weeks, months, years later. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This tied with the other video that I linked towards the start. I think these two really will help you. I mean, if you just 99-cent auction everything every week, this is less applicable to you. I think this is more applicable to general buy it now sellers on eBay. But sometimes you need a little bit extra help in a flat or slightly down or even only slightly up market to get that inventory turnover higher. And hopefully this video helped. I appreciate everyone watching. I will catch you all later.